Have you poured your heart into creating online courses or coaching programs, only to watch them sit there, barely reaching a handful of clients or students? It's frustrating putting in that time and energy, putting your heart into it, and then it's just met with silence. And it's disappointing to the point of being spirit-crushing, isn't it? In this video, I'm going to share 10 things that will help you transform that disappointment into delight. And I'm going to include a simple system you can use to consistently attract the people you know you came here to serve. And one of these things, it's going to really blow your mind. And just so you know, they're presented in no special order, but let's jump in and get started. The first thing you need is to be consistent. Consistent with your marketing, consistent with your enthusiasm, your passion for these programs you've created. What I've found with many coaching peers and friends is that we start to let the doubts settle in. And we start to wonder, oh, is my program really valid? Is it worthwhile? Will I really help people get the results? And because we start to doubt ourselves, we stop putting ourselves out there on social media. We stop sending those emails to our list, if we have one. And we start holding back and saying, why isn't it working for me? And a key reason it isn't working is because people need to hear the message over and over and over and over again. And we know that. We know that intellectually, logically, we know that. We understand the psychology of people, and yet when it comes to marketing our own products and services, we hesitate, and we aren't as consistent as we could be. That always gets pushed to the back burner. We'll do it later. I'll get to it tomorrow. I'm really not feeling it today. And then our clients, this can impact them in several ways. They see us one time and they say, wow, this sounds so great. And then they don't hear from you. They don't see you on social media for a few days, a few weeks, a few months. And they look at your material again because you've popped up. Suddenly you're there and they say, wow, I really like this person. I would love to work with them. And they go to your profile and they look at your social media and they realize she's only posted 4 times in the last month. Is she really going to show up consistently for me when I need her, when I'm in this program? And the doubts about your ability to serve your customers can come into play. So that's one of the key reasons to be consistent. You want to show up every day at the same time if possible so people get to know you. They get to trust you and they say, wow, 6 months later, she's still talking about the same thing. She probably really does know what she's doing and what she's talking about. The second thing on my list ties right into that. It's mindset. When we are in the coaching space, we know the importance of our mindset. We understand it. Perhaps we teach it. And yet there are those times when we fall victim to our own psychology, our own baggage, our own limiting beliefs. So being aware of this and knowing that this is something that's going on in your own mind and facing it, finding the tools you need to overcome your own BS, to move beyond what's blocking you, whether it's related to your money, whether it's related to your relationships, whether it's related to your own courses or programs. When those doubts and those fears start to set in, you need to bring yourself from these low vibration areas down here. You need to elevate yourself. This is the work you're doing with your clients. This is the work you're doing in your online courses. You want people to know that they can succeed. And whether you're teaching someone how to cook, how to crochet, or how to build a business, you want to be able to show them, yes, you can do this. And you need to be that example. So focusing on your mindset, this is a really important key, because on those down days when you're not sure that it's worth it, when your soul just feels like it's disappearing into nothing because nothing seems to be working, focus on being consistent. Focus on your mindset. The third thing you need is a plan. You need a plan for how to market your business. And you can learn this information online easily. You may already have taken some online courses or coaching programs that have showed you how to do the marketing you need to build your business, to generate interest, to attract those people who can use your services, who will transform their lives from working with you. But have you actually implemented that plan? Have you modified it to fit your lifestyle? Have you picked out the key components? And have you used your mindset work to look at those components and say, oh, I feel resistance to that one. Why is that? More importantly, not even why is that, but how can I move beyond it? How can I shift it so that instead of what I don't want down here, reaching for what I do want up here. You need to have a plan, because whether you work full-time or you're semi-retired like I am, or you're a stay-at-home mom, there are things that will always occupy your day, your time. When you have a plan, you can make the time, fit it in your day, structure it so that you can achieve and accomplish those tasks that are important for your business, those income generating focused tasks, the ones that will attract people to you, the consistent actions, the social media posts, the emails, all of these things that you need to let people find you, because they're not going to find you if you're standing in your trailer in the middle of nowhere. Do you have a plan? Let me know in the comments if you have a plan and if you've been following it. And if you haven't been following it, rather than thinking, why not, and dealing with your BS stories, come up with a revised plan that is something you can actually do. It may mean switching times around. I prefer to exercise first thing in the morning. Not everyone does. Some people prefer to exercise at the end of their workday. So if you plan to exercise in the morning, but it really doesn't work for you, you're not going to exercise in the morning. So you change your plan. You exercise in the afternoon. If you're creating social media posts and you want to do it first thing in the morning, but your energy is low, you're really not a morning person, plan to do it at your lunchtime. Plan to do it in the evening. Just make your plan and follow through with it. Your plan doesn't have to be like anyone else's plan. It needs to be a plan that will work for you. That's the best plan you can have. The fourth thing you need is some digital literacy. And here's what I mean by that. You need to understand how your marketing process, how your sales process, how your course or program delivery process works. And if you don't understand that, that's going to be an internal mental block of, and I went through this myself. I don't know that I really want someone to buy this course because I'm not sure that my automations are set up correctly, if they'll actually work for someone. Yikes. And so energetically, we put out this boundary, this border that's saying, no, 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 don't sign up for my course, don't. I'm not sure it will actually work. There's a lot of jargon in the coaching and in the online course and the online marketing space. When you hear a term you're not familiar with, do a Google search. Find out what it means. Increase your knowledge of this industry that you're in, and not just your tiny little piece of it. Learn what's going on in the bigger picture, because that's going to help you feel more confident and more capable in what you're offering and what you're doing. This doesn't have to be a big, oh my gosh, I have to spend time doing this. This is more an awareness. When you're having questions about your own process, your own setup, start looking for those answers. Increase your knowledge. This is part of being a coach and an online course creator too. It's about gaining more knowledge. And that's going to help elevate your energy, your belief in yourself, because you'll be more familiar with this digital space that you're creating in. And number 5, this is focus. Focus, focus, focus. Focus is so important in so many areas. Focus on your marketing. Focus on serving your clients and your customers that you have. Focus on learning more about what you're doing. It doesn't have to be all-encompassing, everyday focus to the point where you're overthinking. But when those doubts and those fears and the disappointment and the frustration starts to bloom in your heart, turn your focus to what you want. It connects back to mindset, connects back to consistency. Focus on what you really want. And this may be something that you want personally. This may be your vision for your future self with the results, the financial impact that selling your courses and coaching people will bring to you. Or it may be a vision that expands beyond you, and it's that vision for your clients and your customers. How will your services, your courses improve their life? What will change in their life? Will it be their relationships? Will it be their health? Will it be their financial situation? Always staying focused on your end game. Stephen Covey talks about this in the 7 Habits of Highly Successful People. Begin with the end in mind. Keep your focus on that, because there are going to be ups and downs. I am a long distance hiker, and you start hiking a mountain or a 200-mile trail, and you're thinking, oh my gosh, will it ever end? And when you're going up, 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 you're thinking, oh, I just want to quit, because it gets hard. Online marketing gets hard, and then something will feel easy, and it's like you get to go down a little dip, and then you go up again, and then you go down a little dip, and then you go up again, and then finally you reach the top of that mountain, and it feels glorious because you keep your focus on where you're going. And the funny thing about mountain climbing is when you're going back down, you'd think it would be easier. Going down the mountain, sometimes you go down, but then there's some little ups. You go down, and then there's some little ups, and then you go down, and there's some little ups. There are always going to be ups and downs. Keep your focus on where you're going, what your goals are, and you can overcome them. You'll become stronger for them. Number 6 is a side hustle mentality as it relates to your marketing efforts, because you probably haven't sold your coaching packages or your online courses because you just haven't been consistent and focused with your marketing. But if you look at your marketing aspect of your coaching practice as a separate entity and you focus on that, boom, 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 I'm going to create content, you'll accomplish those income generating tasks based on using your strengths. You'll use your power, you'll use your passion, your conviction, and you'll start building this into your day so that promoting your programs and your services, it just becomes a natural, familiar, comfortable part of your day where you're excited. You wake up and you say, oh my gosh, I get to share information on my coaching program with someone today, and I will help them change their lives. How beautiful is that? That goes back to begin with the end in mind. Know what outcome you're looking for. Number 7, the thing you need when you're trying to promote and market your online courses and services. You need to be clear on your messaging. And I said at the beginning there was no special order. This one might take the cake though. This one might be number 1. You've heard it before. You know this. But being clear on your message. Being clear on who you're serving, what problems you're helping them solve. For me, I always found it challenging to focus on the problems because I'm really not a problem person. I tend to look at problems as things I don't want and immediately switch that around to what do I do want. And so I'm moving forward towards something rather than away from something. There's a book called The Gap and the Gain by Benjamin Hardy, I think, and Dan Sullivan. It's talking about exactly that. You can either focus on your vision, which is way up here, and you land here. You've started here, you land here, and you can focus on how far you have to go, how many clients, how many people you want to serve through your coaching programs or your courses. And you can say, I want to serve this many, but I'm only here. And there's so many more people I want to serve. And you feel that sense of despair of how am I ever going to get there? Or you're here, but you started here. So, wow, look how far I have come. I have created a program. I have it all outlined. I have some of the videos created. I have some of the handouts for them. I've already created an online course, and oh my gosh, it's great. I love this program. Look how far I have come. Now all I need is to fill in the missing pieces to get to where I want to go, because I've already come so far. And if I can do this much, there's no reason I can't do this much. Being clear in your message is so important. Being clear in your message is what will help cut through the noise, because people will be able to watch your videos, read your posts, and they will say, nope, that's not me. Nope, doesn't speak to me. And most people, that's going to be the case. If you are clear in your messaging, most people are going to say, that's not for me. Ugh. I hate to be you've heard that before, right? I'm not breaking bad news to you. Here's the thing. I want you to think of every time you have gone into the grocery store, any type of store. How many items do you look at? Do you actually pick up? Do you just scan with your eyes? Do you pause in front of and not purchase? Probably 5, 10, 20 times more than the number of items that actually get in your shopping cart that you actually buy. That's how it is in the online space. You look at something, you say, wow, that's really interesting, but I really have no need for that today. Or money's a little tight this month. I need to focus my money somewhere else. Maybe I don't have the time right now. I need to do something else. But then later, they may come back. But most people, your program is not going to be for them. And that's why clear messaging is so important. Want people to self-eliminate from your program because you don't want to deal with them. You don't want to deal with the people who are not an energetic match. But if you've said, I can help anyone, you will get everyone, and you may not enjoy coaching them. They may not get the benefits from your course. So being clear in who it's for and how it will help them and the results they can see if they put in the work, is so important. So if your messaging is kind of all over the place, that's a place that's worth putting your consistent time, energy, focus, all of the things. Focus it on identifying your ideal client and getting your messaging straight. This does not mean and give you permission to procrastinate, to keep putting it off, to keep this internal head game where you're mulling it over, thinking it over. You really need to start creating content and try it out. See how it feels. See if you attract people. Identify their pain points, identify where they want to go, and keep promoting that, putting that in your content. You know your programs. What are the benefits to them? How will their lives be transformed? How was your life transformed by taking those actions yourself? Share your stories. Let them know that you're a person, you've been through it. And that's how they're going to identify with you. And that's how they're going to say, she gets it. She really gets it. And when you have your messaging that clear, those few people that are ready to work with you will self-identify. And that's what you want to do. That's what you want to happen. And that's why you're being so consistent and focused on your marketing strategy. Number 8 is digital marketing skills. If you're selling online coaching programs, online courses, you're in the digital space. And you need to be aware of digital marketing practices. And you can learn this by taking courses, you can watch YouTube videos, you can read books. The key here is to start putting yourself out there. You'll want to learn how to improve your camera presence. And it may be something as simple as changing your background without overthinking things. There's a lot to digital marketing, including search engine optimization, social media marketing, email campaigns, whether or not you want to run ads. But you can create interest and gain an audience organically just by being consistent, being clear in your messaging, having your energy up and your mindset on the positive side when you're creating content, so that energetically the viewers, they'll look at you and they'll say, yeah, she's in a good spot. I want to be in that spot too. But digital marketing, it is important. It isn't something that you have to overthink. It's one of those gradually increasing your knowledge, little by little, learn something every week or two and implement it. A crash course on everything you need to know, like over your head and saying, oh my gosh, how do I do all this? Is it even worth it? Number 9 is a proven system. And here's what I mean by that. Creating an online system that is automated for you so that you have a place for leads to go. People see you in social media and they want to learn more. What do you do with them? You want to get them off social media and into your email list. We do this is because social media can disappear, be banned for whatever reason, those connections. So you want to invite people to connect with you on your own email system. Have a capture or landing page, able to put in their email address so that you can stay in touch with them, so that they can stay in touch with you off of the social media platforms. Have an email automation sequence set up so that as soon as someone enters their email address, they immediately receive an email from you saying, hey, welcome, so glad to know you. This will have what's called a freebie or an opt-in offer, something that entices them to join your email list, automatically be sent to them. Typically, welcome email sequences could be 3 or 4 or 5 emails per person so that you stay fresh in their mind for what you're offering. And each email has a little bit different message, some other aspect of the services and the programs that you're offering. If you have a system in place that will handle those little details, it will make your life so much easier. It will free up your time, your energy to do the other things you need to do, like create those powerful pieces of content so that you're consistently on social media talking about the benefits that people receive when they work with you. And then number 10, this is the big one. This is the mind-blowing one, in my opinion. You need courage. Lots and lots of courage, because you're putting yourself out there in the world. You have a big dream. You have a dream so big, and it takes courage to share that with people. The online world can be a cruel space. There are people who just feel like they're anonymous and they can say anything they want. And you need to have the courage every day to check those comments, to have the courage to block, to delete, to have the courage to say, oh, but it's someone on my email list. I should keep them. It's someone that's following me. I should keep them. No. Have the courage, the strength of heart to say no to people who are haters. They're not your ideal client. These are people that are going to bring you down. You don't need to serve them. There's someone else out there who can serve them. You need to keep your courage up, your heart strong, your vibration high, so that you can make the transformational changes in other people and in yourself that you came here to make. You have a vision of creating online courses and coaching packages that will help people transform their lives. This is a vision that's bigger than you, and you know it, you feel it. And that's why it's so disappointing when you put something out there and no one responds to it. It's because the people just haven't made that connection with you yet. It takes time, it takes consistency, it takes effort. But this is your calling. This is what you came here to do. And so when you're ready, these are 10 things that will help you make that impact, leave your legacy with other people. There really is no secret formula to marketing your online courses and coaching packages, but mastering these 10 things will set you up for success. Let me know in the comments which of these 10 things you feel is holding you back the most. And if you have any questions, just let me know. I would love to answer them and help you serve the people you came here to serve.